Okay, so today is another little challenge video that I do want to put out. This one is specifically a one gun challenge. To really specify it more, this one gun challenge is primarily a specific gun. So, for instance, if I'm using the Storm Razor, right, the Storm Guard, I can only use the guns in the Storm Guard category. So, obviously, whatever gun I can start off with will be the primary weapon that I need to stick with and for the entire match. I'm able to, obviously swap out the guns between each variety, but I'm also allowed, my goal is to at least have two of them in my inventory at the end of the match. So I'm going to be running two different guns. So today is going to be the MKR350 with the Commando, obviously, because this doesn't allow you to, well, it doesn't allow me to be cross-perked in terms of just in general, right? And so I do want to say that it is possible to kind of mess this up. So first things first is I'm allowed, like, same rules as before, I'm allowed to use basically the MKR350 only. Grenades are allowed, gadgets allowed, and using tools are allowed as well. So it's not really much a limiter, but I may not use the tools just because, like, probably only for armor crates, but that's it. Armor crates and zip lines, but turrets I'm probably not going to be using. Gadget, I'm probably going to try my best to be limited on when I'm using my gadget. So I'm not going to be like trying to pop it off every single time to make things go faster, but we'll see what happens. Plus, this also is kind of a way to kind of, talk about the MK350 as a gun. First things first, this challenge really stemmed off from the MK350 because I was really hoping and wanting to know if the gun itself was going to be a tier 2 or a tier 3 weapon upon launch. And so I do want to say that, after finding out that the gun is a tier 2 weapon, it really stemmed off from there. And it creates more of an, like I'm using actual perk weapons rather than going off perk every single time I'm playing. And so first things first, I will have to say that the MK350 is probably my most favorite gun now. I mean, the Scar is still up there, but I mean, the gun itself is, design-wise and functionality and how it is, it really does feel like a good gun to have and to even use in general. It would be nice to really have a video more focused on that rather than, grabbing a random gun and then, calling it a day after talking to the gun. So, I mean, starting off, I mean, the gun is really basically based off of the AK-12 platform, AK-12, AK-19 platform, since it does have certain parts of it where the part of it isn't really AK-12 like, but minus the mags. So yeah, I meant to turn up. Okay, well, I'm not gonna talk about how I did that. Can I just? That's so dumb. What? Why can't I do that? Did it activate? I don't think it activated now. Thinking about it. Yeah, you only get one, I guess. But yeah, I mean, overall, I do think the MKR is probably one of the... It was the least covered gun when the devs were covering the rearmament weapons. They kind of brushed it off to the side. But I do think it is pretty much a decent gun. I mean, even though they kind of made it seem like it was very, like, lackluster in terms of just, oh yeah, it's just an AK for the Commando, And so, I do like the fact that they did give it, decent mods, decent damage, and it's a good tier 2 weapon by itself. I do believe that in terms of the damage type and the modifications that you can get on it, it is still very versatile for what it is. I'm gonna throw a grenade in there. Is this Hellfire? Why is there so many husks? I saw like 3 husks I want her out of my face. Look, there's another husk. And then there's another one right there. But yeah, so I do want to say I think my build, my weapon loadouts will specifically follow the standard. Okay, dude. Would be following the standard way I usually do it, which is, you know, get the cut, then force damage, and then possibly switch it and then go back to getting the cut damage variant of the MKR. Since it is more effective against, you know, Skrakes, basically everything else besides flesh pounds. So it would be good to have in terms of just having, you know. Plus, the good thing about the Commando and the MKR is the fact that I can mod the crap out of this. I can put every single mod on it and still be able to buy it like fairly early. Spread out the type of damage I want to be putting out, because obviously the husks are resistant to cut, I believe. So are flesh pounds as well, and so having the force damage will help a lot in terms of just simply aiming for critical spots and making sure that everything is PG. Okay, I did not want him to be near me. Where's the flesh pound at? Or is he gonna be late to the party like always? Oh, there he is. Okay. This siren, she keeps trying to like path her way over to me, but she keeps messing it up. Also, I think this is probably like one of the first, not one of the first, but one of the, you know, I've been running the drum mag a lot now with the main MKRs, which is primarily suited for the Commando. Primarily because of the fact that with the Commando I could just swap weapons and ignore the reload phase of the drum mag, basically. So I would only really have to deal with this type of reloads, you know, on wave 3. Or 2 if I'm feeling like I want to get more, just more ammo, or just want to have the force damage already. Alright, so now we can buy the other MK, which is going to be the cut damage. So, as you can see, you can buy both weapons anyways, because it's not the same weapon, so you're not buying the same type of weapon, right? So, we have the cut and the... well, this is the cut one. So, we can use this primarily for trash Zeds, and then the other one is for the bigger Zeds, because, you know, force damage is very effective against them, so not a big deal. Was I using the wrong gun? I think I was using the wrong gun. Oh no, they look the same, so this is the problem with it. Because I keep thinking, because with the force damage, where's the husk at? Oh, he's right there. Is he dead? The good thing about the cut damage is that it's effective against Skrakes as well, so I'm not too worried about Skrakes being a problem. My only issue is the sirens, since they tend to lag behind everything else. I'm glad that crawlers can't shoot anything. That would be annoying if they could. Worst design flaw ever. Okay, I think I'm glad that they did do a little fix with the Commando skill, where during Z time it doesn't give you the, you know, ammo swap, right? And that was the one thing that I was a bit surprised about, because during Z time it would actually, you know, obviously it slows down actual time, so obviously it was more, I thought it was like a balancing thing. That means that it will slow down actual time, so that 2 seconds to swap to get the ammo back, or the ammo refill, it was more or less... Okay, I'm like getting blasted by everything. So basically, as I was saying, a majority of everything else will fall under, you know, like, if it's actual real time, then yeah, it'll, you know, give you that 2 seconds. But then during Z time, it's like, yeah, no, we ain't giving you it because you're in slow-mo and it slows down time, so your 2 seconds is gonna wait until after Z time's done. If that makes sense. What's this siren doing? They are like, I mean, it's just like every other weapon, if I'm being completely honest. It's just a different weapon, new coat, different damage type, different animations, all that noise. That's basically every other gun, right? I'm not gonna be like, yeah, this game's gonna be game changing. This game's gonna change my life. It's gonna change my loadout. But yeah, it did change my loadout though. It's just a tad bit better than the others, you know. Like, I'm slowly liking the double barrel more, even though in the I did say, like, I wasn't too impressed by it because obviously it's just a double barrel shotgun, and then the costing for attachments was pretty high, and I was just like, dang, this is, you know, good balancing in terms of like weapon attachments, but Jesus, due to the fact that the M14 is very, you know, it's just standard, you know, like, it's cool that we get full auto on it, but, you know, I think that's the only real unique thing besides the match grade rounds that it has, because the match grade rounds really give it a unique thing, but not much of a loss for the M14. But that, you know, having the ballistic then sound wave damage proc, or the secondary damage for it is very, it's like, it's not bad, but it's not good either. I mean, I don't see myself using it that much. I don't see the purpose of it. One, there's already other, you know, you have force damage to really just overshadow it anyways, so. But we'll see what happens with the winter update as well. But I feel like there might be some adjustments to some weapons again, in terms of like the newer weapons, the M14 and all that. Because obviously there are some issues here and there. When is there never an issue? Oh, you would be right next to the siren? Oh, great, we're having this situation again. Alright, relax. See ya. Okay. There's no way they're going that way. They went that way. Okay, well, they have bleed on. Wait, did that Scrake just spawn? Because there's no way there's a Scrake that literally just spawned. Okay. Okay, well, I guess I just gotta reload this. Okay, well, can't reload cancel that. Okay. Did the siren die? Oh, I think the Scrake killed the siren on accident. Oh, just rammed right into her. I'm not taking the risk with this guy. Wrong gun. Oh yeah, we are good to go. No, we gotta fill that, fill this. I don't know why I filled that one up, or whatever. Give me the one. Why didn't you give me the one? Ooh, a mailer. All right. I'm not mad about that, but we got this. You're gonna be tired of me playing R&D labs, but you know what? This is my life now. Plus, I do want to be able to, like I said, and I like learning the level would be nice to do, since it's not like I'm not limited now. Honestly though, I do feel like the Impaler is kind of like not a bad boss, but a very boring boss. Because if you know what you're doing, it's not really much like he's not trivial compared to like the Patriarch, right? Or Hans Volter. Ow. Let me... I don't want to say he's a wannabe like Patriarch or wannabe like Hans Volter, but it's like running around with your dog when he has the zoomies. But like, this isn't a dog, it's just a big, muscular, like, gorilla. Ooh. There you go. Okay. Yeah, I mean, challenge not bad. I mean, I think it would be a bit more challenging with the sharpshooter with the M14 if I decided to do it. But, I mean, I might end up making a playlist just for, like, the one gun stuff, so we'll go from there. I mean, see how well it goes, and then I'll see if I end up doing the other perks as well. Because, again, it's very limited at the moment because you can only get tier 1 and tier 2 weapons. Maybe a tier 3 weapon, but it's highly doubt you can. So, but yeah, other than that, like, unless they decide to increase the operational budget for all perks, it's just only going to be tier 1 and tier 2 weapons that will be the prioritized ones. But yeah, other than that, that's about it.